got ourselves team 2 still getting ready, but we got Blago and team 1 Broton back there. That's a very yellow. It's very all over the place, but I think the color scheme you're going for is very yellow with a watch and the belt and all that. Facile to see ready to go. We got ourselves Leo, Nish. I think I called you Nish last time. Pretty sure I did. Blago first up and about. We got ourselves Morty back there, Wobbuffet, Young Jay, Sai in the back, as well as Goer's first one up and running. Someone having to find another one. No, it looks like you guys are good. I see all 5 in your team, Saya. You guys are good. You guys are vibing. You got 4 next to you and Goer's out in the open, so you're chilling. Yeah, no, you're good, you're good. Goer's immediately having to pop AMS. Needs to find himself some cover. He's going to have a bit of a time approaching. Would you blind the pet? He didn't blind the pet. I was going to say for a second. Try to go for first aid. Unfortunate. The dot damage of Survival Hunter, by the way, is really, really good. Blago needs to play it around that dot damage the best possible. Trinket as Goer's trying to see if you get a lockdown. Does someone to Goer's for just a second. Drop it out of dome as Blago trying to see if you kite him out. Second stun right after get the blades back up on the man. Needs to find a way to separate from him. Or just commit some damage instead, because he's actually getting quite a number down onto Goeris. Does go for the scatter, more grenades, but those do get consumed by AMS since those all fire damage. So you got to be very, very careful with what type of dots you put on the man. Does get even more dot damage though. The more of the dot rot pressure you can put up on the guy, the better, honestly. Because Goeris will have somewhat of a hard time dealing with all of it little by little. Does go for regenerating. He is dotted, but regenerating will still let him heal. They did change regenerating how it works. You can still regenerate while dotted. Turtle shell out for Blagoy before Goeris can even get himself a proper setup whatsoever into a bonding shot to follow him. As he's gonna go for a blind, gripping Blagoy in, trying to see if he can get another setup. Does not have a stun. Blagoy has himself plenty of ways to separate, but Goeris got himself a lot of recovery little by little. Charged by Blagoy with coordinated assault. This is the most amount of damage he's got going on, but he's still taking so many big hits out of the Frost DK. And the guy just chopping him up. Goeris just chopping these boys up. Trying to go for a heal, but is dotted. Magefoot helped him out tremendously. Okay, so Nick is also going to be swapping over to a boom kit right after. So Team Saya, you guys are going to lose one, but then you'll have to relist it in LFG. Or, you know what? Wobbuffet can reinvite Nick. That'll work too. He can suggest invite a friend. So, yeah, you guys are just going to have to, yeah, figure something out from there. But he's going to switch over to a boom kit afterwards. Go there, just try to see if you can live all the demons. See, as long as you can cut him out, it might be alright. Death and Decay is huge for him, but he just doesn't have a lot of ways to recover health-wise. He just does not have much. You could go for Death Pack, potentially. Mortal Coil sent at him as Facile got himself a couple instances. Yeah, at that point, it is just tough. Young Jay immediately walking up on a Facile, trying to see if he can land a stun. Facile burned. No, he didn't burn the wall. He just got it locked out on the wall. Dark Pack keeping him alive, but barely. Not a lot of health to really work with. Young does continue to pelt him with back-to-back lances over and over. Flurries down. Facile just looking for an escape as he's trying to get himself a bit of a reset. First aid to follow just for a bit of that recovery. He's got to continuously keep throwing out demons over at Young Jay. As his main demon is just trapped back there, dude. He's just trapped and just getting bullied by the water elemental. I think you almost never see that. The control of that second of that Felgar, by the way, the more control you can have on that thing and just CC it with roots, the better. You just eliminate so much of the damage that you normally would take. Big burst potentially by Young, but he's getting beamed down by the Dark Lair. That's not going to be good. Facile with the wall just to survive this. Young can just continue to get zapped down by that thing for percentage health and damage, but still plenty of burst onto Facile and does end up taking it. Oh, those shatters on Broton going back in there just to see if he can end the man real quickly. Big bite. Icebook out for Young. He does have a second one. I don't know how you play against a Feral as a mage. Normally mages, like in previous expansions, they actually could do somewhat okay versus Ferals. It was a back and forth. Either Ferals just absolutely demolish mages, or mages actually stand a chance versus a Feral and can actually just obliterate him. Trying to see if he can go for a proper setup. Got himself Frost Bomb. Everything's available. Just use those shatters. Needs to make sure you shatter those Frost Bombs. You gotta add a Flurry in there. You have to save a charge of Flurry for those big setups. That's about the only way you can really do it, man. What does a hotfix for Ring Gem happen? I'll check into it, Alessandro, after this patch. How did that sound? Because I saw that it's happening. I just don't really... Yeah, I'll look into it. Broton just trying to get the bleeds up and running. Young looking at himself. Big stun. Big shatter combo to Broton. Ray of Frost. Hold on. He doesn't have the Frost Bomb with it. If you have a Frost Bomb and Ray of Frost, that two abilities together to shatter at once, that's a lot of pressure. Spike! He actually lands a spike. Meet you down again. What is that? Oh, what was that? Comet Storm. Was that just a random proc of Comet? Or is that just that short of a cooldown? What was that? That was a lot. He buried the Feral. Normally the Ferals have, I think, so far have had an advantage this time around. But Young finding those shatter combos, man. Well done. Gotta give him credit. I don't even know how you found that other Comet Storm. I thought the cooldown was down for a good bit. Felt like you just used it. Breath onto Leo, poly right after. He does get polyed. As Young just trying to see if he can get him some AD recovery. I think an ulti just messed you up, didn't it? That or a reverse blink to recover some health, but you just have nowhere to go. No more block, no more nothing. This is going to be a full lockdown by Leo. Maybe a blink. Maybe a blink, but that's really about it. Yeah, it's over. It is rough. Bro did 2.6 million in 2 seconds. Yeah, Frost Mages, when they get the proper setup, they can do a lot. I have no idea where you found that other Comet Storm. That Comet with a Meteor is a wild combo. The fact that he got the Frozen Bomb and rooted you randomly, random root, with a Glacial into a Comet. And I think a Flurry, maybe like a Nova. I think Ice Nova into a Comet into Ice Nova. Because Glacial would root ya. That is just a wild combo. Immediate IBF out of Leo as Wobbuffet goes in. Instant Shadow Strike, instant burst. Everything is up. Shadow Blades, everything is available. Just trying to see if he can ramp up big damage on Leo. Does he go for the maybe big DFA go? I don't know if he does play the big DFA. Massive Eviscerate chunks out a good portion of Leo's health. As he dropping down Death and Decay. Still rotted, still dotted. Got himself Lichborn to help himself live here. And I think Wobbuffet is still dotted. Yeah, that Frost Fever lasts for quite a while, so the Rogue is not going to be able to get himself an easy reset. The problem is, Leo, when you don't have Horse, you're kind of limited on mobility to catch up with the Rogue. So you just kind of at a mercy of the Rogue completely. Goes in for more strikes, massive Eviscerate, blind out for Leo. Does he have a proper lockdown onto Wobbuffet? Try to go for a stun, but I think he's yard. No, he's not. No, he's not. Oh, the damage, just to cheat death. Just denied him the cheat death, Leo. Okay, Leo, I think got through. He's probably the hardest matchup here. I mean, Morty as well as, Morty, Saya, both are going to be rough to fight against, but I think it's very doable. He's got mobility. Just needs to escape those roots as best as humanly possible. Holy. Yeah, you think Rogue's got some nasty lockdowns? Frost DK also got some nasty lockdowns too. It takes a while to get a proper Immortals Winter going, but man, is it rough. Ring of Frost, Ring, Blizzard's down. Leo's going to be zoned out here. Oh, immediate silence. Oh, and a Morty, he goes for a block. Not a bad move, honestly. Not a bad move. When you just lock down like this, you're just like, you know what? Why do I need to waste my health? Why do I need to take a lot of damage right now? I can just block. We are high dampening, 38%. I have a second block. Honestly, better send cooldowns. What are you going to save for the next arena? Save for the next duel? Blinded to Morty. As Leo just trying to see if he can catch up a little bit of health himself. Nova's down, does catch him. For Morty, he just needs to get himself a good setup. Get those Frostfire bolts back to back too. If you can get yourself big damage with Frostfire bolts and like what am I thinking of? Ice form, that's really strong together because that just buffs it by 30%. If you get those constant shatters, constant crits, it is a lot of damage. Just a ton. Man. Morty trying to see if he can get himself some damage here. He got himself a proper setup. Silent onto Morty for a second. Silence to follow. Liu just rooted though. It is not a great place for him to be in right now. Trying to go for a quick meld. Morty trying to go for a knock, but Liu picking up a bit of damage at the end with a front strike. First aid. He's got IBF, potential Lichborn, AMS, AMZ, everything but a death pack, and doesn't have offensives versus Saya. That is the only thing that's going to hold him back. Saya played against Leo multiple times so far throughout the season 1 of WoW Within Duels. He's done really good job here. Really good job. Leo trying to see if he can get himself some kind of a setup here. Possibly. Potentially. Maybe. Or just wait. Just gonna wait. I think just gonna wait. Honestly, not a bad move just to wait because he's got cooldowns. He just needs Frostworm's Fury. If he can get himself proper burst with Frostworm's Fury and the Riders and a Trinket and everything, I think he actually stands a chance. 48% dampening, not going to help anything here. And he's got to get it out here really early. He got to find a way to deny Saya putting up Dawn Light on him. Because if he just goes for Wake of Ashes and Dawn Light, it's probably going to be end. Leo has to go AMS here immediately. Let AMS absorb the dot damage. He just tried to see if he can deny the dot pressure from Saya for too much, because otherwise his health is just not going to be able to take it. It's just not going to be able to take it. Warlock Hellstone consumed just to get himself as much healing before dampening gets super high. And Saya stun, immediate IBF out of Leo. Perfect opportunity for the Paladin to make a play, or for the DK too. Pally immediately goes in for Blessing of Saint and immunity to magic damage. Leo has to play this defensively. He can't really do much. He can go for some self-healing with Death Strikes and a Blitz. But that's really about it. Deathpack, Lichborn, everything is up. He's got himself a random procs of Riders. He might just have to wait until cooldowns to back up. He's got a full Dawnlight on him with a Deathpack that he can't really heal from. Silence on the Saya. Trying to see if he can grip him. But look at Saya's mobility. Full stun. Saya with a trinket. I think it's over for Leo. There's just nothing this man can do. He fought his bitter end. And Niche is the last one left. Giving Saya at least a moment here to breather. No, you're good. You're good, honestly. If you want to rush at him, you were far enough away, in my opinion. Honestly, you were far enough away. Normally, I like when people start like where the rooms are, right? Where the doors are. But like, you're far enough away, honestly, Niche. I think you're perfectly fine. Like, if you're literally on the other side of the arena, I think it's about as much of a distance as it is for you to cover. As if you were to start like at the start of the arena, honestly. So if you wanted to rush Sayo before even letting him heal, I actually would have been okay with it. More or less. Part of the 5v5 Duels, but he did want to give Saya at least a little bit of a breather. That is cool to see. That is very, very nice. Quick shot is for Niche. Just needs himself a little bit more damage. Saya has a lay on hands, but that's really about the only forbearance button he's got. Niche with another big killing spree. Forcing a lay on hands out of Saya. Full heal, but a 59% dampening. That's about the only big heal he's really got. And his lastly here, without a bubble, I think the Outlook does take it. Saya is just absolutely spent trying to go for as much self-healing as possible and damage into Niche. He can't really cut him out though. Blind could go for a Searing Glare. That can help a little. Niche with the Shadow Melt, grappling out. He can't really go counteroffensive for a second. But he can get back in there now. If he goes back in there, as long as he doesn't get hodged by Saya, he might be okay. He is trying to see if he can catch himself a reset. First aid, doing him a little bit of healing. Niche can end this right here. Really, really quickly. No Blessing Sake, no Trinket, cheap shot. If you have everything right now, just need to get a proper stun. Cheap shot, you have the combo. Between the eyes, stun, it is trade with a Wake of Ashes. Hold on, Saya maybe takes it. Wait a second. Oh, blind. Niche is dotted though. I don't know. The Herald of the Sun Paladin, dude. Just the dot rot pressure. Leo bringing back 3 for his team, but Saya able to lock him out, man. Locking him out, warrior. Blago, more than welcome to, man.